To the Faceoff X we go. Trevor Baptiste for the Atlas, former league MVP, against Nick Rowlett in his second season out of Michigan. Baptiste last weekend in 2 games had a goal and won 83% of his faceoffs. Atlas went 2-0 with a plus 11 goal differential. And we get an early faceoff violation. It is against the Atlas. Chaos ball.
Touches in their first 2 games. You look back at last year, Nish, that was like in the 30s. So clear direction offensively. Get Teat the ball. Good things will happen.
And if there is a criticism about Teat, as dynamic and creative of a talent he is, there are times where he disappears for long stretches in games. We haven't seen that through 2 games this year.
No, at times last year, maybe disinterested, kind of came to mind. His level of engagement, and we saw it in the open, going right at Garrett Epple, the reigning defensive player of the year, dodging more this season. But I love the touches. It's almost like usage rate in basketball. Just kind of paints a picture of how involved the guy is offensively.
There's Sergio Perkovic. Lost the ball, good defense that time. Danny Logan, 2-time short stick D-Midi of the year, out of the cage.
What a fun connection Tyler Carpenter has with Coach Mike Pressler. Back in the day when Coach Pressler was the head coach at Duke, Tyler Carpenter and his older brother CJ were the ball boys for Coach Pressler and the Duke men's lacrosse team. So they go way back to 8 or 9 years old. The Carpenter's mother, Jolie Nagel, was the head volleyball coach at Duke. So this relationship runs.
At 20 points, that's a season for a lot of guys. Face-off violation on Baptiste, so he can't take the next one. And it's chaos ball.
And what's scary is Atlas are out to a 5-0 lead, and Baptiste hasn't really had a strong start at all. 2 violations.
A big aficionado of both Rebel Bourbon and Rebel Bourbon power plays, as we found out earlier.
And our sideline reporter didn't go to Rutgers, but there's a similar connection within the Chaos team. Ross Scott gets drafted along with his teammate Knobloch.
How about Rowlett? That one hit the pipe.
And then they've got Jules Henningberg, the elder statement of that bunch of the Scarlet Knights.
Tramps like us, Ryan, for 16. He's got one of the most feared outside shots in the PLL when he's right. Baptiste and Rowlett tripping over each other. And Baptiste comes away with it. Chet Camizio. 40 seconds to go. 4 points in week 1, a goal here now in week 2 after only playing 4 games in the PLL the previous 2 seasons. Carpenter off the ground. Aiken. That's a 2. Skips wide. Dixon's got the backup. Still time here. Synergy on offense, the ball movement, the crisp passing, the vision from Schellenberger and Teat. You can set this offense to music. You can set it to Mozart. 1 quarter in the books. The Atlas with a 7-3 lead. Team that won just 2 games last year. He was called on last week when Blaze Reardon, 4-time goalie of the year, dislocated his kneecap. Cal played well Friday in the win against the Redwoods, 16 out of 27.
Leading the league in terms of shooting percentage, like weirdly leading in shooting percentage and also having the fewest shots.
Baptiste over to Jones. Charging through. Schellenberger, that one clipped the net. Out of bounds, they say McKay closest to the ball, went where it went out, and it belongs. Dana is with Zach Geddes.
Zach, a little bit out of breath and deservingly so. How did Austin Kaut set you up for success there?
Hey, Kauter stepped up big time here. You know, comes in after a couple of years off the bench, and you know, he's a great clearer, so he gets the ball out to our guys real fast, so it's good there.
How do you address the chip?
Atlas lead down to 3. They've led by as many as 5. Baptiste, clean exit. Fires from 2, count the save, springs out of the cage. Quickly ahead, here's Rowlett. Chaos face-off man going the other way. Being pursued by Peyton Rizanko. Rowlett gets to the middle, stops, turns, lost the ball. Camizio the other way.
Watch out for Kobe.
11th overall pick a season ago, was an all-star as a rookie. East wins the face-off. Former MVP. Schellenberger looking for Logan. It comes back to Shelley. He's doubled. Gets rid of it. Loose ball. Jones scoops. Dixon at X. He's got Bowen hung up. ABC Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Celtics won Game 1 Thursday. Baptiste just picked up the 600th ground ball of his career. Miles Jones, hands free, rocket, bullseye.
Jones continues his strong day. Hands free, just hard overhand, and Rowlett just gets caught in the substitution game. He's on ball. Rule number 1, you don't leave the ball carrier in the sub game. Hey, Trevor, as you go to face off, wanted to congratulate you. That was your 600th ground ball, so well done.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
What are you seeing here in this third quarter, specifically with Rowlett at the face-off stripe?
He's doing a good job scrapping it up. I think it's all just about attacking the ground balls, like you said.
You won the last 9 straight, so anything specifically you're doing differently?
Nah, just staying at it. Staying at it.
Under the helmet, powered by Cash App. We're going to listen to Trevor Baptiste here.
Break forward, break forward. Docs! Docs!
And that's a face-off win, but credit Carpenter.
Aiken on the run, hello.
Welcome back, Dox Aiken. After a year away from the PLL, he has been dominant. Dominant. Shooting 50% coming into today. His second. He's just such a load. He's so big, he's so physical. The solid little rub there by Baptiste creates some separation from Ray so Aiken can get his hands free. And that's what Baptiste affords you, his ability to win the faceoff and then stay on the field.
7 goals already on the season for Dox Aiken, who left Virginia as the most prolific midfielder in school history. And start to look at the pieces for this Atlas team. Schellenberger's been a difference maker. Teat, again, very early in the season, looks like a legitimate MVP candidate. Carpenter's shot saved by Count. Aiken's found his footing again. Miles Jones seems. Face-off violation. This time it is on Baptiste. That means he cannot take the next one.
So big possession here.
Jack Rowlett makes for good theater. Big face-off win for Rowlett with the chaos down a man. Rowlett with the chaos, a man down, lost the ball. Yard sale. Camizio.
And then also the veterans that you got mid-season last year, Jones and Malloy most notably. What a difference a year makes for those two guys in particular.
Baptiste wins the face-off. They'll get a push, and it'll be chaos ball. You know, the one team that made things interesting last night and potentially going forward, the Denver Outlaws. this was a team after week one.
Help, you got to support.
Teat last weekend had 18 points in 2 games, 11 in the opener, 7 in the second game. The 11 points match a single game PLL record. Aiken, long distance off the crossbar. Hard Karam comes back to Bowering. They give it back to Dox. 5-goal lead for the Atlas.
I'd like to see him be like one of those stretch shooters from the perimeter along with Perkovic.
The only 2 undefeated teams in the PLL, both 2-0. Homecoming weekend for the Carolina Chaos. We're in Charlotte, North Carolina, week 2 of the season. 4 assists for Byrne. Baptiste wins the faceoff. Schellenberger, the quick answer. Felt a shockwave through Charlotte.
That one had some pop. All instinct, no thought required. 5 seconds after Carolina cuts it to 4. Baptiste wins this to himself. And Schellenberger just unloads. Watch this catch and release, ultra efficient in his shooting mechanics. Nothing Cal can do about that.
This is the big challenge playing from behind against the Atlas. You get down and you need to play make it, take it. They have Trevor Baptiste.
Bingo. Carpenter has been an absolute vacuum on these ground balls. Coming to today, second among non-faceoff guys. Anish, I've got him down for 8 today.
Ian Beast. He's at 86% for the game, 19 out of 22. Make it 20 out of 23. 32-second shot clock off the face-off win. We got a 3-goal lead. We kind of expect them to play clock here more than anything, right?
Oh yeah, they're gonna have defensive personnel out there. They'll kill this full